In life, we often focus more on what we lack than on what we already have. We say, this is missing, or that didn't work out, without realizing how easily we overlook our blessings. Think about a tree for a moment. If it bears no fruit, do we immediately call it worthless? What about its cool shade, the shelter it provides, or the fresh air it gives? Aren't those gifts too? Today's story is about changing perspective, about how gratitude can open our eyes and how a single positive thought can turn hardship into meaning. Long ago, when people traveled great distances by horse-drawn carriages, there lived two young men named Ethan and Lucas. Though they were close companions, their personalities were very different. Ethan was calm, thoughtful, and patient, while Lucas was impulsive and easily frustrated. Both of them worked in a large city far from their hometown. After 3 long years, their hearts were filled with only one desire: to return home to their village where their families were waiting for them. One day, as they prepared for their journey, a problem arose. The carriage driver refused to take them through the forest ahead. Left with no other choice, they were forced to continue their journey on foot once they reached the border. Ethan accepted the situation quietly, but Lucas became angry and upset. Still, they pressed forward, walking as fast as they could, hoping to cross the forest before nightfall. The first forest was dangerous, filled with traps set by hunters. Step by step, they moved cautiously, watching every footfall. Fatigue weighed heavily on their bodies, and thirst burned in their throats, yet the thought of home pushed them onward. Eventually, they reached the edge of a raging river. To their disappointment, the bridge that once crossed it had been destroyed by heavy rain. There was no way around it. After discussing their options, they decided to swim across. With great effort and exhaustion, they managed to reach the other side. But once again, misfortune followed them. Their water bottle was swept away by the muddy current. Ethan, grateful to have survived, offered a silent prayer of thanks and changed into his only spare clothes. Lucas, however, grew even more frustrated. They still had a long road ahead, and now they had no water at all. As if things couldn't get worse, dark clouds gathered and heavy rain began to fall. Afraid of getting soaked, they ran in search of shelter. Deep within the forest, they found a small wooden hut, likely built by a hunter. They took refuge there, collecting rainwater to drink. Even then, Lucas continued to complain about their journey, about the driver, the river, the rain, and the uncertainty of reaching home that very day. When the rain finally stopped around midday, they resumed their walk. Soon the forest thinned and distant villages appeared on the horizon. But the sun now burned fiercely and hunger gnawed at their stomachs. At last they came upon a massive tree spreading its shade wide across the ground. Grateful for the relief, they sat beneath it, shared the last of their food, and rested their tired bodies. Suddenly, Lucas spoke again in frustration. "What's the point of this tree? It's big and shady, but it doesn't bear any fruit. It's useless." Ethan remained silent, reflecting on the comfort the shade provided in the scorching heat. Just then, a deep and gentle voice echoed from the tree itself. "I am the tree beneath which you rest. For centuries I have stood here, watching the seasons change. My roots hold the soil together. My branches shelter birds and insects, and my presence protects life around me. Every creation has a purpose. Do not judge value by looking at only one thing. Look deeper." Lucas froze in shock. Fear and regret filled his eyes as he bowed his head. "Please forgive me," he said humbly. "I was ungrateful. Thank you for opening my eyes." From that moment on, both men carried a powerful lesson with them. Too often, people focus on what they are missing instead of appreciating what they already have. It's like a basket full of oranges. If one is rotten and we focus only on that, we miss the sweetness of all the others. Life becomes richer and more meaningful when we learn to recognize our blessings. And that brings us to the end of today's story.
If you enjoyed it, don't forget to share your thoughts and support more meaningful stories like this. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you again next time.